Welcome back, everybody. Coach's Corner East at the Pizza Hut here in Gallion on this Wednesday, 23rd of February, last winter sports show of the year as we spring into spring sports next year, and it's the Colonel Crawford portion of tonight's show, brought to you in part by Lee Plimo and Brad Seibert at the Plimo Insurance Group, Gallion and Bucyrus, North Central State College, Mansfield, and the Crawford Success Center, North Walnut Street across from the courthouse in Bucyrus, and Phil and Sue Schreck at Phil's Deli just east of the Pizza Hut at the bridge in Gallion. Assistant coach Brett Kaple of the Colonel Crawford Eagles filling in tonight for David Sheldon and Nate Hill, and they're up scouting tonight.
Yep, up in Monroeville.
It's the time of the year you're pulled in a lot of directions, seeing a lot of games. And first and foremost, congratulations to you, your kids, your coaching staff. Another 22-0 season, 14-0 in the Northern 10 Conference when you beat Upper Sandusky last Friday night. That's alone an accomplishment. Undefeated regular seasons back-to-back. You've probably never been around anything like that, have you?
No. I just read today where I think we're the only team in the county that's ever done anything like that.
Wow.
So, yeah, quite the accomplishment. Says a lot for, our kids and our program. And, I'm very proud of everything that they've accomplished. And, hopefully just keep this thing going.
Yeah, for sure. And this is the fun time of the year. Averaged 65 points per game and only gave up 40. And David and I have talked on a number of occasions, and defense really was kind of the shining star. Would you say that it overpowered the offense this year?
Yeah, I think, we always approach it that, you win championships on, playing defense, the whole Bill Belichick, kind of mentality, and we really put a lot of emphasis on our defense and stopping our opponents, because that's the one thing you can control every night is how you defend. And there's nights where the shots are going to fall,
right?
Things are going to go your way, but as far as defense, that's something you can control night in and night out.
And that's a little hard probably to have 15, 16, 17, 18-year-old kids buy into, because all they really see is score, 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 I want to be the star. But as Coach Sheldon has told me, this group embraces their role, whatever that role may be.
Yeah, and I think that's very special about this group, and really within our program. Kids buy in, and I think Dave does such a great job of communicating to the kids what their role is and getting them to buy into that. That is something that's been very special and with this group, but I think program wide it's been something that's been really special.
Good. Last Monday, Valentine's Day, you go to Seneca East and beat them handily 79-52. Mason.
Isaac Mason.
Yeah, Isaac Mason. Excuse me, I couldn't pull out his first name. Isaac Mason, leading scorer in the Northern 10 Conference, and they've gotten better. In fact, they won their sectional semi.
Yes.
But it was a nice win on the road to get ready for what came Friday night.
Yeah, it was definitely, our goal was to hold Isaac in check, and I thought we did a very good job, defensively against him. Going up to the Seneca East on a weeknight like that is always tough. But our guys came ready to play, and we got a good win there.
Did you have any concern with the kids kind of looking past that one, knowing what they had at home, their final game at home against a rival in Upper Sandusky, knowing they can go undefeated?
No, not really. And that's another thing we really stress program-wide is one game at a time. That's kind of a catchphrase, whatever you want to call it, that we kind of live by. We take one game at a time, and we've never really overlooked anybody. We come ready to play that night and focus on the team at hand.
Well, you took care of business Monday to set up the stage for your game Friday at home against Upper Sandusky. Certainly one of your biggest rivals in the Northern 10 Conference. You guys have been battling back and forth for conference titles for as long as I can remember. And you beat them handily this time, 66-39. You led 18-11 after the first quarter. You pushed it to 35-21 at half. Upper actually cut it to a 5-point deficit early in the second half, but then you reeled off 14 unanswered points to really squash any hopes of them coming back.
Yeah, and that's the thing about this team. When we get it going offensively, we can reel off a lot of points. We got so many offensive weapons. When we dig down defensively and get stops, and we're hitting shots on the other end, we can be pretty good. And I think we showed that Friday night against Upper. It was a good team, and like you said, a rival, and it's always a tough game, and our guys came ready to play, and we got it done.
So much this year we've talked about the likes of Mason Studer, Carter Valentine, Braxton Baker, but in this game, kind of an unsung hero. Carson Fichtner really was the star-studded athlete as far as I'm concerned. The grit and grind, 9 points, 10 rebounds, but what he really did defensively on Trent Beamer, holding him to I think 4 points or something like that, it really set the tone for your team, didn't it?
Yeah, and Carson's, he's a guy that's bought into his role. We got several guys like that. Jacob Maddie is another guy that throughout the years has stepped in at times and just, they typically don't put a lot of points on the board, but they do a lot of, I call intangible type of things with their toughness and their hustle and shutting, the other team's bigger players down. And but yeah, Carson had a phenomenal game. Just came ready to play and did a heck of a job. I think we almost had a double that game.
Yeah.
It was 9 points and 10
9 and
rebounds.
10, yep.
So, yeah.
Mason Studer, 21 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists. Carter Valentine, 15 points, 6 rebounds. McKibben, 3 points, 3 assists. Braxton Baker, 15 points and 4 rebounds. And your JV team, they finished 10-4, 14-7 overall. Pretty happy with that as the JV coach?
Very happy. We had a multitude of factors this year with injuries and this, that, and the other thing. To be honest with you, this wasn't the team that I had in the summertime, and really going into the season, it really wasn't the team that I thought I would have. Mm-hmm. And a lot of guys, we moved some freshmen up, and other guys got moved up as far as what their role was going to be. To finish like we did, 14-7. We finished second in the league in the N10 at JV, behind Cary, which was undefeated. They were just a steamroller, those guys. Mm-hmm. I mean, they had one heck of a JV team. But to finish second in the conference like we did with 14 wins overall, very, very proud of this group. And every game we went out and they played hard. And out of our 7 losses, none of them were blowouts. I think the biggest loss was by 10 points to Cary. So we were right there in almost every game.
So a very bright future continues.
Yes.
Very good. I'll take a moment here to recognize some of our sponsors: Steve Kurtzman and Associates at Innovative Recycling, 352 South Street, Gallion; Candy Bolin at Bolin Realty, 2 blocks west of the Uptown Gallion Square; and John Cross at Cross Carpet and Custom Floors, 302 North Seltzer Street, downtown Crestline. And looking at awards, Mason Studer, Carter Valentine, first team, District 6. Studer, Player of the Year, District 6. He'll be playing in the North-South All-Star game. Braxton Baker, second team. You expect that out of the junior?
Yeah, I coached Braxton last year, and he has so much potential. He's got such a nice, soft shot, and you can see him. He's a kid that's gotten better. I watched him his freshman year, and he improved. We had a big jump from his freshman to sophomore year, and I knew that he had the potential to make that big jump this year from JV to varsity, and he's not only improved his skill-wise, but you look at him physically too. He has grown, gotten bigger, stronger. And I don't know if he's done growing. You look at him, I don't think he's shaven. He may not be done growing there, but he's a kid that's really come on over the last 2-3 years, and I'm very happy for him and all that he's accomplished and what he's doing the year he's having.
Mason Studer, third in the Northern 10 and scoring at 18 points a game. His teammate Carter Valentine, fourth, right behind him at 17-7, and the aforementioned Braxton Baker, seventh at 12-point even. Studer led the N10 in assists at 5.7 assists per game. Jacob Maddie, second in the Northern 10 field goal percentage at 63%. Studer second in three-point percentage, 45%, and Baker second in free throw percentage, 80.9%. You don't want to send him to the line late in the game.
And that speaks to what our guys do. I mean, the secret to our success, or part of the secret to our, people say, well, how can they do what they do? It's not anything we're doing really, maybe as coaches per se, but how our guys work at it. Mm-hmm. This isn't just something where you show up in November and think you're going to go out there and win games. These guys, I don't know if we've ever had a group. We've always had kids committed and working hard, but you look from the number of kids total we have and the time they put in on their own. Just Mason Studer alone. I mean, if you want to do a case study on how to make yourself into a better basketball player, he'd be a kid. Just the amount of time that he has put into developing himself as a basketball player, it's unbelievable, really. the kid just lives at the gym.
Yeah.
But a lot of our guys do. I mean, I'm not taking away from, we have a very dedicated group and a group that loves the game of basketball.
That's great. That's great. Another break here, and we'll get ready to talk about the tournament. We're brought to you in part by Terry Gribble and Associates at your Gallion Community Center YMCA. And let's not forget Andy Wilden-Thaler as well. Dr. Erica Schieber at Bucyrus Veterinary Service, 222 West Mary Street, Bucyrus. Rod Steiger, an associate here at the Pizza Hut in Gallion, also Bucyrus, our host of the show since 1992. And Lou Ann Krebs at River's Edge Embroidery and Screen Printing, sponsor of our phone board T-shirts. And back with assistant coach Brett Kaple of the Colonel Crawford Eagles. And you work all year, and you have the regular season, 22 games. It's a grind. You start early November and you finish up late February. But this is the season, the special season, the second season of really what you play for, because now it's one and done, and you got to just keep playing till the bell goes off, and you don't have the more points than the other team.
Yeah.
And that's going to start Friday night in a sectional final. As a coaching staff, when you went to the draw, you probably had a discussion where you want to go, correct?
Right, yeah.
And is it always you want to go to the bye to get to the sectional final, or will you play just to get that extra game in?
It kind of depends on the circumstances. I think with the group we had, I don't think we felt necessary to, get that extra game in or whatever. I think, we were intent on taking the bye, and the draw went about as well as we could possibly wanted it to go. Willard and Western went into the other bracket, and for the most part, it looked like they tried to stay away from us.
Yeah,
so,
right.
That's probably about as good a draw as we could have gotten.
Yeah. So you play at Monroeville High School at 5:30 this coming Friday, and the sectional semi, number 12 Edison, who was 2-20 and 0-10. Coming in, took on number 13 Lakota, who was 2-20 overall, 2-14 in the SBC. Edison won that 51-34. Did you go up and see that last night?
I didn't go. Dave and Nate went and scouted last night. But they're a young team. They start 2 freshmen. I think they got another 1 or 2 freshmen coming off the bench. I think they only have 1 senior starting. I think there's a couple juniors. So. It's a younger team, and they run a lot of zone, play a lot of zone. They're fairly athletic, but it's like you said, it's a new season. We're 0-0, and you got to go up and play the game. And, you don't look at their record. We're not going to rest on our record.
Right.
You go up and take care of business.
Are they overly big or
not a lot of size? Just some athletes. I think the biggest kid they had was 6'2".
Okay.
So there's not like I have a 6'6" post player we got to worry about or anything like that. It's there again. They want to get out and transition a little bit. They got guys that like to put on the floor and penetrate, drive, and we're gonna have to contain some drivers and deal with their zone on the offensive end.
Yeah. Do you suspect in a situation like that where their record isn't all that impressive that they may hold it a little bit and try to slow down the game, limit possessions?
Yes. We thought we'd see more of that this year. The only team to really come out and hold the ball was Crestline in the very first game of the year.
Right.
And that was something we thought we'd see out of more teams. But we for whatever reason, teams decide not to do that.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
But,
and if you can get by the Edison Chargers on Friday, you would go to a district semi next Thursday, March 3rd at Norwalk High School. That would be at 5:30, and you would see the Elmwood Crestview versus Winford Oak Harbor sectional winner. Those games going on tonight, and that's where they're at tonight.
Yeah.
Someone will come out of that, and it's kind of hard to say who that might be, but I'm sure you know a little bit about each of them.
Right. Probably the two we're most concerned about, or maybe not concerned, but just thinking would come out of that would be maybe Elmwood or Oak Harbor. Both pretty good programs, good athletes. We'll just have to wait and see. how that all plays out.
And then if you were fortunate to get by that district semi, I know I'm getting way far ahead, but a district final would be Saturday the 5th of March at Norwalk at 8 o'clock. That seems like an odd time.
Yeah.
I don't know why they would make it that late, but
Yeah.
maybe they have some other things going on. Could be some girls, would that be girls regional? Could have girls regional
There
during
might
the
be
afternoon
that
there.
afternoon, yeah.
So, but you got task at hand first coming up Friday. Kids health-wise feel pretty good shape.
Yeah, we're all healthy, good to go. So
Had an opportunity to rest some tired legs a little bit.
yeah, we've we practiced this week. Yesterday it was just kind of a lighter practice, and we did practice Monday too. But today, it was a preparation day. Now we know we're playing Edison.
Right.
We prepared for them, and then one more day of preparation, and we're ready to go.
Very good. Well, good luck to you and the Eagles. It's been a very, very special year. I'm sure you're glad to be a part of it. And now you got the real fun time of year. A lot of great experiences could be made. The kids, I'm sure, are in a great mindset, ready to go. And we will follow the Eagles as far as you go. And we're looking forward to that and just wish you the best of luck.
Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it.
Thanks for coming out. Take a break. It's Spencer Harley and the Crestline Bulldog basketball team coming off a win last night in the sectional semi. We'll talk to them right after this timeout.